Hey guys, it's me, Popoki, and I'm back, and today I want to talk about why I need to use my Alliance War energy more, because I never actually use it as much as I should. No, that's actually not what we're talking about today. Today I want to talk about the Unity event. So a lot has happened with this event. And I think a lot of the things that have gone wrong with it are systematic of a lot of things that usually go wrong with Marvel Strike Force. So I just want to talk about what went wrong, how Fox Next fixed it, what is still wrong with the event in my opinion after it's been fixed, and you know, what I think about this kind of event. So what I'm referring to is this Unity event that's going on right now, and it's a two sort of pronged event right here. You sort of compete in blitzes with Unity characters to earn points towards this milestone to open up orbs, and then you also earn orbs by playing blitz, and then those orbs, by opening them, you then get points to a second milestone with some pretty awesome rewards towards the end. So the question is, you know, what's gone wrong, what could be done better, all that kind of stuff. Well, first off, I want to say I'm a big fan of this type of thing. I'd really like it if every month, we get about 3 characters every month. I'd really like it if every month they would add 1 character through a campaign like Domino, 1 character through a milestone like Negasonic Teenage Warhead, and 1 character through Blitz like X23. I don't think too uncommonly we get 1 through a campaign and 2 through Blitzes. Nothing wrong with Blitz, but that's just kind of boring. You know, I don't mind Blitz unlocks. Some people really don't like Blitz unlocks, but as far as I'm concerned, it's a free unlock for a 45 shard character because they'll do 2 blitzes and you're guaranteed to get them. So, I mean, I don't usually mind because I get the character no matter what, and that's what matters to me. But I think it's nice to have a milestone here, so it sort of shakes it up. So there's only 1 new Blitz character in the month, and then you have this milestone going on in the background, which does give bonus rewards. Because everything, you know, keep in mind, everything we're getting for this milestone, it's completely bonus from what we usually be getting in a month, because there usually aren't these 2 milestones going on. So this is all additional rewards. But there are just some complaints I have with this event. First off, one of the days I believe was glitched, and we weren't even getting orbs from, like, you're supposed to be getting little Unity orb shards by playing Blitz. We weren't getting those for a day. They sent out compensation. It was 2 orbs of compensation. You know, you can decide yourself whether or not that's good or not. But the fact is, it didn't work. Why didn't it work? I don't know. I don't know how stuff like that slips by. And another thing is, it really felt like they nerfed the drops. So theoretically, you should be able to get anywhere from, I think, like 50 Unity orb shards to 2,000 Unity orb shards from a drop in a blitz battle. What was happening with that Unity orb shard glitch is I don't think the bottom tier rewards were dropping. I think it was like 50 or 100 shard drops that were not actually dropping from those blitzes, but they still did drop the higher end rewards, like the 2,000 shard drop, and I think like the 350 shard drop and stuff like that, because I do remember actually running this blitz and I got a 2,000 shard drop when it was glitched before, but it really felt like after they patched in this glitch so you could get the 50 and the 100 shard drops now, it sort of felt like the actual drop rate went down to pretty much only 50 and 100 shard drops. It really felt like they sort of nerfed the drop rate by whenever they fixed the glitch, because I did get a 2,000 shard drop, and I don't pay that much attention when I auto run my blitzes, but I do not remember getting another good drop like that since they patched out that bug where the 500 and like the 100s were not dropping. Now, you know, could that be a placebo? It might be a placebo. Somebody said it in the Marvel Strike Force subreddit, so again, might just be a placebo. I won't hold that against Fox Next, but you know, the only reason why there is a placebo is because they had to fix the glitch. If they never had to fix a glitch, there wouldn't be a placebo, because we would not, you know, say there's one of 2 things: either they did change the drop rate, which sucks, or they didn't change the drop rate. And the only reason why we think they changed the drop rate is because they had to patch a bug, so that we think maybe they might have done something when they patched the bug. If there was no bug, neither of those scenarios would even be remotely true. So, you know, again, if you guys, if these bugs weren't here, this would not be a problem. Another thing, I think it's somewhat misleading in this event for the length of the event. I believe it was like 8 days or something like that. Problem is, 2 of those days you can't get shards to the Unity orbs. When you do the orb blitzes, like just the generic premium and red star orb blitzes, at least last week. We'll have to see how it goes at the end of this week. But you don't get shards out of that. So I think it's misleading if you are a somewhat average player. You know, you're just some random guy playing the game, didn't watch videos, didn't look at Reddit, and you just thought, I have 8 days. You don't have 8 days. You really have 6 days to complete it because they don't drop on those orb blitzes. I don't know why they don't drop on the orb blitzes, and who knows, maybe tomorrow or you know, whenever they do the orb blitz every week, maybe they will drop at that orb blitz, and what I'm saying could be proven wrong, but I think they should drop on those orb blitzes because, again, I think that's misleading to people. Another thing, I think the orbs are kind of garbage for the Unity orb event. If you notice, I've started saving orbs because there's going to be an orb milestone event, like an orb opening milestone event. I'm told you should save orbs. I have some thoughts about this too that I would like to say at some point, but that's not related to today's video. But the Unity orb, the big idea is it would drop shards for characters that have the Unity trait. It drops gear and gold, but it's not enough to be like significant. You know, it's not enough for you to buy it. Really, you're buying it for the shards. So if we look at Unity, who are some characters of interest? Oops, I accidentally clicked villain. You know, Negasonic Teenage Warhead, she's of interest. Symbiote Spider-Man, he's of interest. You know, Proxima Midnight, maybe. Cull Obsidian's of interest. Ironheart, Domino, I'd say those are characters of interest. But, you know, Thanos, I think for some people, if you weren't here back when the original Thanos event came out, you would probably be interested in getting a Thanos drop. I always click this by accident. But if we go to this orb right now and we take a look at it, the drops for it, they don't have all the Unity characters in here. If we take a look at who can drop, you know, there's no Symbiote Spider-Man in here. I do not see Proxima Midnight in here. Cull Obsidian, the one I really wanted, is not in here. So really, out of this orb, I'd say effectively the only two characters you should even care about is Negasonic Teenage Warhead and Thanos. And Thanos, you don't even care about if you're an early game, or if you played back when the game first came out, because you have a ton of Thanos shards. So really, Negasonic Teenage Warhead is the only character of value that drops from this orb, in my opinion. So there's no it's not a fun orb to buy because you're not getting anything good out of this orb. If you want to see what drops on the side, some gold, and then to the right, you know, who cares about that? That's really not enough. So really what you're doing is you're trying to open up these orbs, and the big thing that comes from these orbs is the points toward these milestones, and that's what people actually care about, not what's actually in the orbs. If you ask me, I think the orbs should be valuable enough that you're interested in buying them to get to the milestone. So I think some people argued it was too unrealistic to get to the end of this blitz sort of milestone here because I don't think there's enough ways to earn points. So essentially the only way, after you've gone through this Unity milestone right here, the only way to earn the shards for these Unity orbs is by just winning blitz battles. I think there should be more ways to earn Unity shards after you complete that original milestone. I think if you're using Unity characters in blitzes, or just in general for these type of milestones, I think if you're using character tag, like the tagged characters in these blitzes, I think you should get additional drops of Unity shards, because after I completed that milestone, I completely deleted all my Unity teams because I don't need them anymore, because I've gotten all the points I can get from them. At this point, you're just getting normal drops just randomly out of events, unrelated to what team you're using. So I think they should keep giving you benefits for using Unity characters, because it's no longer a Unity event for me. I'm just now running blitz like normal, except now every so often I open up a Unity orb. So first off, I just don't think there's enough reason to use Unity characters after you complete those milestones, which you complete almost, you know, very quickly. You know, and on top of that, I just don't think it's that engaging just running blitz and just hoping for a good shard drop. I appreciate when there's ways that you can increase your chances of getting good shard drops by being a long-term player, and that's the kind of things like having tagged characters and being able to use them. I just wish they gave more benefits to that, and you just get increased, like maybe for each Unity character you had in a battle, you know, that was a base 25 Unity orb fragments that would drop from that battle. So by using a full team, you're already at 125 shards dropping for a battle. Just something I think would be nice to add onto the game. You know, maybe they could rearrange the points of these milestones to account for that thing, but I just wish there was a reason to use tagged characters after you completed that original milestone where you earned points for using tagged characters. Also here, you know, they did do something to fix this. They're giving out 15 orbs for this milestone. So that's nice. I don't think I'm still gonna be able to reach this, because right now I did get yesterday's orb, so I'll get about 6,000 more points, which is gonna put me to right here. So I'll get almost all the Negasonic Teenage Warhead shards, but I will not be getting any of these. This orange gear, I don't really mind. I was not too worried about it. I'm a pretty mid-game player. I mean, I know this stuff's good, but I don't care to blitz that much for it. So I think there's a lot of things they could take from this event. Also, I think they should have some deals going on here for Unity Orbs for like cores. I know you can buy them for 450 cores, but they're so bad. Like, you never want to buy them. So I wish they had like some deal here for like 800 cores for 2 of the orbs or something like that. I believe they said something like they used to do that. I'd like a deal for core for orbs. I've not seen one of those. Maybe there have been some and I've missed it. I don't check the offers tab often because they're usually so bad. But I don't know. So, you know, at the end of the day, I enjoy this milestone event. I like having, there's a lot of things I really like about it. Again, I think it's an engaging way to unlock characters. I think it's better than just getting another blitz. And I enjoy that it rewards long-term players. It encourages you to have a wide roster because they have all these tagged characters. And, you know, if you're somebody like me that builds up a lot of different characters and that isn't always viewed as the best way to go about the game, I do get rewarded in these events because I am able to use a bunch of different characters that have these tags. I'm a big fan of events that reward having a wide roster. And this is what the Unity event does. So I'm a big fan of it. I just think there's a lot of changes that should be made to it, and I think if we made a lot of changes to it, I think it could be something that you could do pretty much every month for at least one new character. So to summarize a lot of the things I think that they could change, one, I think using tagged characters and blitzes should drop additional shards towards the orbs. I think that would sort of make it a little more engaging, sort of add a little more theming to it, so it's not like, oh, I use my Unity characters, I complete the milestone, time to delete those teams, I have no more use for them. I also think they should drop them on the orb blitzes at the beginning and the end. I think, you know, it's a little misleading right now how many days you have. You really don't have 8 days. I don't think it would be too bad of an idea if they had some more offers for the orbs with in-game currency. Would be kind of nice. And another thing I think would be really nice if they would do is if they made the orbs actually good. And I think it'd be really simple, just add Symbiote, Spider-Man, Proxima, Kaale. You know, there's a lot of really good characters that have the Unity tab that Fox is like, oops, too good, we're not going to put them in the orb. So again, I like this event. I just think there's a lot of things that maybe they could do to fix it. And I don't think Foxnex did a bad job with the response. Them giving us 15 orbs is very generous. But I just, as a mid-game player, as somebody that plays, you know, not that really depends on what kind of day I have. You know, I'll play more on days I don't have anything going on, but if I have a lot going on, I maybe only log on a couple times into the game. So this is my perspective as somebody that's sort of a mid-tier player, and some things I think would make these events a little more engaging and a little more rewarding from my perspective. But that being said, let me know down below what you think about this event. You know, either tell me of these suggestions which one you think is the best, or you know, do you have your own suggestion for this event? Is there something I'm sort of missing that maybe end game players really get to see with this event that I really don't get to see? Always interested to hear those kind of things. And you know, at the end of the day, what do I really know? Because I am only an 18-year-old. I hope everyone can have a happy and healthy day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Signing off, everyone.